instead of deciding to put a music track or something like that on this video, I've decided to take it upon myself to explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So here we're sending out Isabella, and this, I'm not asking her to move forward. I just want her to get the idea that I'm sending her out. As she walks on the circle, I'm going to try to keep her at a walk and not move her up to a trot, but for the first couple round pen times, I think she is going to get a little confused at first, but then she'll snap out of it and actually acknowledge that I'm asking her to do something. Here I ask her to go over, you see her step over. This is a nice walk that I like. Ideally, once she gets further in her round pen skills, she'll learn how to slow her walk down and speed it up. You can see I just asked her to reverse, and she did a very nice job of that. Okay, here I asked her to pick it up to a trot, and she may get excited. It's her first time, and she hasn't been loose in a bigger area like this in a while. So I just keep the forward motion going. Good, and I like how she checks in with me to see if I'm still asking her to move forward. And then she came back down to a walk when I asked her. Now you'll notice she always has an ear on me and an eye. There I asked her to stop and come in. Now she wouldn't have been able to see me ask her with my hand to stop and walk up to me had she not been paying attention. Here I'm asking her to move out, move her shoulder out, because she's blocking me. Good, there's a send. Good. And she never turns her hip at me. That's one thing that I've instilled in her that is not okay to do. And I like it if they sniff the ground, look around, but always make sure they check back in with me. Here I'm asking for a reverse. If she trots, it's fine. We'll bring her back down to a walk if we can, but at first we're just getting the motions. We want her to be relaxed and fluent, as long as they're not galloping off. Here I'm asking her to move out. You'll see her cross over with her legs. Good, I asked her to pick up a trot. And how I do that is I raise up my energy, pick up your feet a little higher, and ask her to move forward like you normally would. I'm not going to care too much if she cuts in the very beginning. As I said before, we just want the general idea of round penning for the first, second, and probably third times, and then we'll start perfecting things. Just as long as she's not cutting in an aggressive form. Okay, here we're trotting. And you'll notice she still has her ear on me. Now I asked her to slow it down. We'll see what she does. Okay, it's taken a minute. I think she's going to come around. There. Oh. And when asking her to slow down, I'm going to step in front of her or backwards a couple steps, take a deep breath, and say walk. I'm not going to repeat the command over and over because that just dulls her to the sound of it. Here she decided that she wanted to go through me when I asked for a reverse. I simply blocked her, made my whip an extension of my arm, put it in front of the fence so that she couldn't get by, and then she proceeded to turn as I asked her. And most horses will try to do that when they're just learning. Now I'm going to have her come in, reassure her that she's okay, that I wasn't being overly aggressive and that she did what I asked her to do. Here I'm asking her to come in. You'll notice I tilt my head and shoulders towards her hip a little bit. That's indicating that I want her to disengage. Here I'm asking her and welcoming her into my space next to me. And you'll see that she's not panicked. That's one big part about round pinning, is that you never want them to be overly panicked. There was a nice send with the forward motion. And these are bigger circles than she's usually used to. She's only been on the end of the 14-foot rope. So she's getting familiar with the distance, and she may have a couple instances where she just feels free and wants to kick up her heels. And for now, that's okay. Okay, here she was getting a little speedy. It's okay. There I was asking her to canter, so I brought up my energy and picked up a lope, so to speak, myself. There. Okay, here she was kind of going to try to turn to the fence and turn when I didn't ask her to. Okay, I was asking her to go the opposite direction, then she turned and she decided that she was going to go the other direction. And I just persisted. I got in front of her, pushed her over again. Here we go again. There. And let her think through it. There. She's going to try it again. There. I'm going to step in front, keep my wall, and let her trot out. That was good because she thought about it. She thought about what I was asking her to do, what she wanted to do, and she decided what choice she was going to go with. Okay, there I asked her to stay going the same direction again, and she thought through it, and there was less action, less physical movement, and more intellectual. Do I turn left or do I turn right? And she turned left, which was correct. And she's relaxed. Notice that she's never tense and nervous. She's not sweating too much. And that's the most important thing about round penning, is you don't want to just chase them around, make them run, 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 run to the point where they're so nervous that they never want to get in there again. Here I'm asking her to walk up and follow me up to the center so that she can take a break, think about what just happened. And then this is me reassuring her, telling her that she did do the right thing. She's okay, we're okay, that was perfect. So that's what I like. Now, this is me just having her follow me, re-justifying that I'm her leader. The end.